These are the pickled little blue ones. Beautiful. Someone makes them. This is just awesome. Let's go. I'll show you. You actually need very little. Oh, carrots, peppers, eggplants, garlic, a lot of garlic, parsley. I didn't bring it. And salt, really, not much. Let's get started. First of all, you need to boil the eggplants. Cut off these ends, remove them, and then you need to use a fork like this. Poke them. We put them in, pour water over them, and then you need to put some kind of plate on top so they don't float up. If they float, they don't cook well. There are 2 kilograms here. Did I mention that, of eggplants? A lot of people online, but I looked at the recipes. I always check recipes to see how others do it. I always try to learn something. They salt the water immediately. I don't, since these eggplants won't be bitter and get enough salt from the brine. That's why I skip salting the water, but you can add salt if you like. This was my dad's favorite recipe, so I know what I'm talking about. Now put them on the stove and cook until soft. But some say 5 minutes, some say 12 minutes from the moment it starts boiling, some say 13 minutes. All of that is nonsense and rubbish. You watch and cook them as directed, but they'll still be hard. I'll show you what they should look like when done so you get it. Cook until they're soft. It depends on the eggplants. They may need 15 minutes or just 4 to cook. It varies. 4 minutes is just an exaggeration. We cook until they're soft. While the eggplants cook, we have 500 grams of carrots. All amounts will be listed under the video. Just grate it on a grater like this. I have a pretty lousy grater, but it's the only one I've got. We've grated the carrots. Parsley. We have a huge bunch of parsley here. Trust me, the more parsley you use, the tastier it will be. I'll chop it with the stems. You can chop it roughly, just like this. You don't need to chop it too finely. If you want, you can, but for me, it's perfect like this in this recipe. And all this parsley goes right in here. Add 1 hot pepper to the carrots if you like. I prefer it that way. It's optional, but honestly, it's much tastier with it. I'm actually going to add 3 of them for this amount. Now a little more like this. And all of this goes with the carrots. With parsley. Here are 100 grams of garlic. You can chop it finely or you can grate it. I'm just going to use a garlic press. Boiled. Like I said, ow, it's really hot. No one can tell you the exact time. What they say is nonsense, since it'll always be different. We put them somewhere. They also have a feature. Look, this one is even overcooked. See, it's soft. It seems like, just a little more, but then you take it out and it gets really soft. It's no big deal. Everything will be fine after it ferments. You need to lay them out somewhere like this. Next, look, there's a film. This is just so the board doesn't get dirty. I put a board on top. Now I'll put some kind of weight on top, like a pot of water, and let it sit like that for a while. At least an hour. 3 is better, but since I don't have much time, I'll start after an hour. That's enough for me. I'll show you, they'll take shape, and the excess will come out. In an hour, we can keep making them. The eggplants have been under the press. We remove this film. We don't need it anymore. Notice how much liquid has come out of them. We don't need it either, so we pour it out. Now for the most interesting part, this little carrot. We mix it with parsley and pepper so that we get a uniform mixture. Like I said, about an hour has passed and they're still even a bit warm. It's summer, so you can leave them longer. I just don't have time. I'm going to go to work now. Let's open it. This is how we make the pocket. There. Our garlic, plenty of garlic. I don't hold back. And this mixture, and put it right in here. We pack it in, it's going to spill out, that's totally fine. Let it spill out now, it'll be delicious in the bucket later too. There, this is how it turns out. Now, what's next? On the side. And we do this with all of them. Actually, there's nothing difficult about this. It's not difficult at all. Well, you just need to put in the effort once, and then these little blue ones will last you for about 2 months. Well, there aren't many here. I won't have enough for 2 months. I think you'll just make more. I'll have enough of them. It'll be enough for maybe 2 weeks at best. They're really cool. They go really fast. That's it. And then we put everything into the bucket the same way. And like this, we put on a layer and sprinkle a little bit of carrot. Later, I actually like to pick out the carrot and eat it. It's really tasty. Next, we'll add the brine. And this step sparks the most debate. Everyone makes brine. I used to as well. They throw in bay leaves. They add some, well, everyone does it a little differently. Salt, they add fragrant black pepper, boil it, then it cools down and they pour it in. I do it differently. I use the cold method, pouring in cold water, and there's more. All these spices that you throw into the brine and boil, you won't taste them here. You'll taste them in cucumbers, in some tomatoes. Maybe, well, not maybe they will. Well, if you're making pickled ones, but you won't taste it here because there's a lot of garlic here. The fermentation will start. Everything will become super aromatic. The taste will change. And you won't really taste the allspice, black pepper or bay leaf in there. So don't worry about it. I used to use the hot method. Now I use the cold and I don't notice any difference. If you make ferment cucumbers, then with hot brine, for example, they turn out crunchier. If they boil everything, cool it, then pour it in, I think that's unnecessary. Mine keep just as well without those steps. For 1 liter of water, regular cold water, 2 tablespoons of salt. Just take it as it is. Even if it's heaping, that's fine. Mix it well. Put some kind of weight on top and something to keep the eggplants from floating up. Then pour it in. I'll use 2 liters of water for this amount. Don't seal it tightly. You can just put something on top like a lid. I pressed it down, but look, there's a gap here. It doesn't need to be airtight. Let it sit somewhere warm for 3-5 days. You'll notice it. First, the smell will change. Second, the color will change. Third, everything will have a sour scent. And then put it in the fridge. You can eat it after that. It's a wonderful thing, really. It will keep in your fridge for about 2 months without any problem. I'll see you in about 5 days and show you when it's ready. Friends, it's been about 5 days now. The brine has gotten a little cloudy. Let's check it. Oh, it smells great. There's a strong, distinct sour aroma, which is really cool. Now let's take one out and try it. Let's take this one out. Look at how beautiful it is. We take it and cut it like this. It might fall apart in there, but that's okay. I can't resist. Right away. See, they're kind of bluish. They even change color a little the longer they ferment. This is awesome. So delicious, guys. And how can you make it even tastier? Let's do it now. Put some on a plate. or in a bowl. Now add the onions here. You can't do without it. It's tasty without it, but even better when fresh. What's happening? Are the police chasing someone nearby? Put everything here too. You can use regular oil, the refined kind without any smell, or you can buy oil at the market that has a scent. That would be perfect. Or you can do it the way I did. It's there. There will be a video somewhere here, but it's a sponsored video, so you'll have to get a paid subscription. In short, this is, you could say, one of my favorite recipes with eggplants. Top. If you enjoy these videos, hit the like button. I'll share at least one more eggplant recipe, or more if you want, so be sure to like. Thanks everyone, especially my sponsors. Goodbye.